Welcome to Austin's most talked about neighborhood, Community First Village. Located in Northeast Travis County, Community First is designed specifically for men and women who are coming out of chronic homelessness. The average age of neighbors living here is 58 years old, and the average amount of time each resident has spent living on the streets is about 10 years. Before guiding you through the neighborhood itself, let's first talk about Mobile Loaves Fishes, the developer of Community First Village. Mobile Loaves Fishes, or MLF, is a nonprofit founded in 1998 as a food truck ministry focused on serving meals to men and women living on the streets. MLF founder and CEO Alan Graham, along with 5 friends, boldly answered God's call to simply love your neighbor, literally starting MLF's meal serving operation out of the back of a green minivan. In the years ahead, as the food truck ministry continued to grow and deliver meals with a side of hope to Austin's homeless neighbors, Graham and team came to understand what today is one of Mobile Loaves Fishes' core beliefs, that the single largest cause of homelessness is a profound, catastrophic loss of family. Mobile Loaves Fishes had become more than just a food ministry, realizing that its food truck, supported by thousands of volunteers, helped open a door to community and relationships where they were needed most. With this realization, the vision had been cast for a new kind of community, one built for the despised, the outcast, the hopeless, and the abandoned. Our homeless neighbors needed a place they could call home. Community First Village is a 51-acre master plan development that provides affordable permanent housing along with a supportive community for men and women who are transitioning out of chronic homelessness. Driven by a vision to empower the broader community into a lifestyle of service with the homeless, everything you see around the village is designed to foster relationships. One of the first things you see when entering the village is the neighborhood's large outdoor movie screen and amphitheater. The space can hold about 400 guests and provides the perfect setting for regular movie nights or other special events hosted at the village. Surrounding the amphitheater is the village's bed and breakfast operation known as the Community Inn. This eclectic mix of tiny home and RV units is open to the public for reservations through Airbnb or directly through the inn's website, making it possible for guests from around the world to experience Community First Village firsthand. In addition to providing guests with a unique overnight stay, the inn also provides work opportunities for some of the men and women living in the village. Their work with housekeeping and landscaping around the inn helps them earn a dignified income for their services. Just past the amphitheater and Community Inn is an on-site Capital Metro bus stop. With direct access to mass transportation, neighbors have an easier time getting around to other parts of the city as needed. Across the street from the bus stop is the Top for Family Health Resource Center. This on-site clinic, managed by MLF partners, is the primary spot in the village where neighbors have access to integrated physical and mental health care services. Because of the clinic, men and women living in Community First Village can get many of their health care needs addressed on-site. Right next door to the clinic is the Community Market, a small convenience store of sorts. The market makes it possible for neighbors to purchase small grocery items and other basic needs. Importantly, the market is also a central hub for showcasing and selling the products and goods created by different artists and makers who live in the village. The handcrafted gifts you see in the market come out of Mobile Loaves Fishes' Community Works program. Community Works provides opportunities for our formerly homeless neighbors to rediscover purpose and use their God-given talents to earn a dignified income. The program includes an art house where pottery, jewelry making, and fine art are brought to life, a blacksmith shop where one-of-a-kind metalworks are produced, and a wood shop where carpentry skills are put to use. Whenever a product is purchased, the Community First neighbor who made the product earns 100% of the profit from the sale. Community Works also includes different contract-based services around the village, such as groundskeeping and gardening, catering and concessions, or housekeeping and janitorial services. It even includes a car care operation, which is located just past the market in the village's very active maintenance building. Need an oil change or a car wash? Community First Car Care provides our neighbors who have a passion for servicing cars an opportunity to be of service to you. As you leave the maintenance building and move a bit deeper into the village, you're now entering a part of the neighborhood affectionately referred to as Tiny Town. This part of Community First is home to a diverse array of tiny homes, about 130 of them, designed and constructed by some of the city's most talented architects and builders, and arranged in such a way to help foster community among neighbors. Since none of the tiny homes has plumbing or full kitchens, this area of the village is connected to 5 outdoor kitchens. Residents have access to the kitchens anytime they want, providing them a spot where they can make great meals together and connect with other neighbors, human to human, heart to heart, through the fellowship of food. Neighbors in Tiny Town also have access to 5 nearby laundry, restroom, shower facilities. These buildings provide private showers and restrooms, along with mini laundromats where residents can do their laundry however often they please. You might realize by now there's a little of everything in Community First Village. Other amenities around the property include a library that's open throughout the week, a tucked-away chapel for social and spiritual connection, a barber shop for that occasional haircut, an on-site grill for delicious burgers and other meals, an outdoor dining area that we call the community table. We even have a dog park in the neighborhood for the many four-legged friends who live here as well. There are 3 overarching rules that neighbors living in Community First Village are expected to follow. The first rule is that you must pay rent. Depending on the unit, rent at the village ranges from around $230 a month up to about $440 a month. The second rule around the village is that neighbors are expected to obey civil law. And the third rule is that individuals need to follow the rules of the community itself, much like the guidelines put in place by a homeowners association. There are more specifics around rules that are managed by the Community First Property Management team, but so long as an individual keeps up with these 3 overarching rules, they will always have a permanent home in Community First Village. As you come around the bend on Goodness Way, you encounter the village's Memorial Garden. This area of solitude and reflection offers a reminder that there is always hope, and that there is always grace and mercy at the foot of the cross. We celebrate life here, too. A nearby columbarium helps honor and remember former neighbors who have passed away. Men and women who live in Community First Village know that they are always family, in life and in death, and that they will always be remembered for a life well lived. After the Memorial Garden, you encounter the centerpiece of Community First Village's farming and organic gardening operation, known as Genesis Gardens. With more than 2 acres of cultivated land, the gardens provide neighbors with healthy, nutritious produce that's available at a free farmers market on the weekends. The village's robust gardening program is supported by numerous volunteers who are teamed up with Community First neighbors while they work the land together. So beyond just healthy food, the gardens provide a way for meaningful relationships to be cultivated as well. Near the gardens and on the side opposite Tiny Town in the village is the RV section of Community First. This area of the property includes 100 RVs, all 1-bedroom units, which, different from the other tiny homes, do have plumbing. Each RV unit has a full kitchen as well as a full bathroom. In addition to rent, residents who live in RVs also pay for electricity and propane use. This brings us to the edge of Phase 1 in the village, but not quite the end of your tour. Come with us for a moment as we look at Phase 2 of Community First Village, which is immediately next door. Under development since late 2018, Phase 2 is the first expansion of Community First Village and makes room for just more than 300 new homes. This side of the property includes 7 additional outdoor kitchens and also 7 more laundry, restroom, shower facilities. Phase 2 also includes space for an eventual 6,000 square foot living room that neighbors will be able to use, another acre for gardening and aquaponics, as well as a new 8,000 square foot facility dedicated specifically to the Community Works program. Teams of builders, volunteers, and other MLF partners have been busy at work constructing another 200 uniquely designed tiny homes across the scenic landscape. 6 of the homes are even 3D printed, something currently not done anywhere else in the country. Another 100 homes on Phase 2 offer the newest housing option in the village, known as the Park Model RV. Like all homes in Community First Village, when a neighbor moves in, they receive a fully furnished homestead, one that they have chosen, complete with a fully stocked pantry and refrigerator, and even decorated with their preferences in mind. We see home as something much more than a structure with 4 walls, a bed, and a roof overhead. At Community First, we aim to move our formerly homeless friends into a place they are proud to call home. The first neighbors began moving into Phase 2 during the summer of 2020, and the projected completion date for this phase of the village is currently planned for mid to late 2022. Before leaving the village, it's hard to overlook our largest building on the property, known as Unity Hall. A place that's often abuzz with activity, this 2-story building serves as a central hub in Community First Village. It includes a sanctuary and multi-purpose room, commercial kitchen, property management and resident care offices, and is headquarters for the entire Mobile Loaves Fishes team. What's happening at Community First Village has become an unprecedented collaborative movement, a revolution in goodness, if you will, and promises to have a continued transformative impact on homelessness in Austin, Texas for generations to come. We invite you to join the movement and be part of something that truly will echo throughout eternity.